really, because of things I'm going to talk about, I'm going to take a quick spin, an insider spin into the billion-dollar world of Web 2.0 acquisitions and all the hype surrounding it. I'm going to take an insider's look into the life of a web startup, sort of living the dream, hoping for such kind of big things. Hence, the next 10 minutes, it isn't really for the skeptics or the, say, oh, I know $1 billion, that's a fluke or whatever. It's not for the can or not, sure, but kind of thing. The next 10 minutes is exclusively for positive people who are optimists, who can sort of see the potential idea and have the drive to make it real. And you know why? It's because for the past few years of my life, I mean, you spend your time investing in these ideas which everyone thinks suck, Everyone's going to look at it and with a blank face and ask questions like, so how do you make money? They tell you to get a real job and stuff like that. So really, all you really have is your dream to do forward. And I admit, it's a gamble. It's a little bit of a gamble, and there's a lot of hype. And now if you're ready, I'm going to dive right into the insider's look, and I'm going to close a little bit with 3 things you must do if all you have is an idea. So tell me if you feel me, okay? Because I'm going to go back 10 years. 10 years ago, maybe some of you remember, the internet was like new. It was just real new to me at the time. I'd be online for hours, every night, doing what young boys do online. Searching for information. I mean, at least I was. I was. And I read about people, sort of web development companies and IPOs and stuff, and people clamoring to throw money just to get a good piece of the internet. I had friends who charged a Singaporean company 60,000 ringgit to design a website which took 10 minutes to load. I was like, what? 60,000 ringgit? And I looked at my allowance and like, oh, that's a lot of money. And fast forward this story to today, it really isn't that much different. Because you might have heard of like Google buying YouTube for $1.65 billion, MySpace selling out for $500 million US. And I'm looking at $1 billion and looking at how much money I'm making today. I'm like, God, $1 billion, that's a lot of money. So is this for real? That's the first part of our little chat today. Because there is, admittedly, a lot of hype. But let me tell you what I saw when I was dragged in, face first, into the world of online Web 2.0 kind of gambling and dreams 2 years ago. I found myself in a soundproof room, okay, with Mike Reining. Now, Mike Reining is the man who helped eBay buy Skype for $4.2 billion. And there he was, talking to me, and we were saying, you know what, we're going to build the next big thing. And I'd be in that soundproof room with Vishen Lakhiani, an ex-Microsoft guy, and 12 other people, 12 other brains from 12 different countries. And for the next 2 years, we'd be spinning out idea after idea after idea onto the internet, marketing, ramping it up. Some of you might be familiar with Blinklist.com or SocialRank, a few of these, but a lot of them really just didn't take off. They didn't. I mean, they were profitable, they made us money, that's good, but am I a newspaper for $1 billion acquisition? Not yet. Not yet. But I can say, this year is going to be a little bit exciting. We're on track to launch 12 more businesses this year. Just right here in KL Central, you might not have heard of Mindvalley and the fact that we're based in KL Central because all our focus is on North America. That's it. North America and the UK. And on Monday itself, I'm opening up punchout.com, the full application live. That's my own venture. In 2 months from now, I'm launching a hairstyling related venture. But I'm not here to talk about my ideas today, because what I really want to talk about is your ideas. I want to tell you that the internet is real. It's helped many people make a good living doing what they do. I've met a lot of these people, and a lot of them are sitting in a room here today, I know. And I'm not qualified to tell you how to sell a business for $8 billion, because I haven't done it yet, But I want to assure you that if you're even thinking about an internet venture, getting it started in one night is not as difficult as you think. Because right now, even if you're even considering the possibility of an internet business, there are really 3 things you can do. At least just 3 things I like to do when sort of a new idea pops in. I'm going to talk a little bit about these 3 things. The first of which is about capturing your excitement. Because you're going to need it. Your excitement is going to be needed to keep you excited 2 months from now when you wake up back to what you normally do and say, do I really want to do this? When you don't see money coming in for 8 months and you spend all this money, excitement is really all you have. And the excitement is going to be needed to infect your investors, it's going to infect your employees. And really just keep yourself pumped. So my suggestion is really simple. If you're excited about something, write it down, that's it. There's no brainer. There's no Web 2.0 technology involved. Just take a piece of paper and write it down, what you're excited about, and you can probably look at this anytime you want to conjure up more excitement for yourself. And the next step after you've done the excitement is come up with a mock-up. Now I'm talking about internet-related businesses, and of course having a user interface and sort of feeling how the website would look is an important part. Hence, I'd suggest running for a mock-up. Now a mock-up of your website or whatever idea you have can be on a piece of paper. It could be a sketch. A lot of big ideas started from a sketch on a napkin and things like that. So you can use Photoshop, you can use PowerPoint or Excel, whatever, to sketch out your ideas, but it would, just the very process of going through a mock-up would help you sharpen and visualize your ideas. I know it excites me to no end, so I have some mock-ups to start with and to start pitching your idea to potential partners with that mock-up. And now the third little step after I've got my list of excitement points and I've got my mock-up, this is in the first 2 hours of having an idea, mind you. I'm not talking about like writing a whole business plan yet. I'm talking about the first 1 hour even of having an idea. Having a list of excitement points, having a bunch of mock-ups, and the next step is doing whatever it takes to get version 1 out really, really quick. Go talk to the people you need to execute this. If you're not a programmer, you really would like to talk to some programmers. You want to talk to some designers. You want to maybe go to techbeat.com.my and check out for some freelancers maybe, just to get version 1 up. They don't have to be business partners or anything. What you really want is a proof of concept. At least prove it to yourself and be able to attract partners later with a little bit of a prototype. And that's your version 1. Or you can go to asiaparttime.com, to find this venture I was involved in advising. You can find a lot of freelance web programmers, designers there as well. And for web applications, I would recommend programmers who code in PHP or Ruby on Rails. You can Google that up if you don't know what that means, but for web development, I think that's one good way to go about it. And if you need money, talking to your parents is the real first choice. I was in San Francisco, doing an MBA level research on growing an entrepreneurial company. And the number one source of funding really is your parents. You don't have to be shy about it. Because what are they going to do with the money anyway? I'm sure they can buy a lot of cool stuff. Anyways, or you can talk to MTech. I'm very impressed with the programs MTech run. You talk to... Huh? Oh, nothing. I just like pointing at you. You talk to the MC of today because I'm talking about the pre-seed grant, 150,000 ringgit on the table. We're talking about MavCap and all these kind of things. Talk to that guy over there if you need sort of grant money. They're not venture capitalists. They don't really need to take a stake of your company, but they're going to dramatically improve the probability of your success. So on point sheet of getting version 1 out as fast as possible, just talk to the right people, just get it out really quickly. Just throw something, whatever it is. It can't be the prettiest. Maybe it doesn't reflect the full dream you have, doesn't have the full feature set, but you really should try and get version 1 out fast, tonight. So these 3 items, I'm sort of done, because these 3 items, they only scratch the surface. If you have time, I'd like to stress again, you have an idea right now, take a paper out, write down your excitement points, have a mock-up, get version out 1 as quickly as possible. And if you don't have an idea, if you just want to learn more, there's a few projects I'm working on in the pipeline. Just approach me there and talk to me. I've got some internship possibilities and some employee kind of things, some mentorship opportunities. But I hope some of you who are more initiated, just get on Google. Google's your best friend to just find out anything you want. Because there really is so much more to learn. I've got a whole lot more to learn, and the internet isn't really going to wait. Because it's the very same ideas that you daydream about every day. The very same ideas which keep you up at night and follow you into the shower, Whether or not you want to make millions of dollars with your idea, or at least fund your lifestyle, or get paid to do what you love. These ideas, I'm gonna end this with a quote, alright? A quote from Babe the Pig. Little ideas that tickle and nag and refuse to go away should never be ignored, for in them lie the seeds of destiny. Thank you.